Coming up, I'm going to be talking about the all-new Boss and EVH collaboration. They've got a delay pedal. What I think of it, and how you connect it to your Eddie Van Halen-inspired guitar rig, that's next.
An all-new episode of The Jeremy White Show.
Available wherever you stream.
Catch up on past interviews and episodes on demand now.
Subscribe so you don't miss any of it.
Before we continue, make sure you like and subscribe to get more Eddie Van Halen guitar content. I'm not the best Eddie player, and I don't play like him at all, but I love the gear, and I love the style, and there's tons of great Van Halen-related content on my channel, so like and subscribe and go through the channel and check out the videos and stuff. You'll find some great stuff that I know you'll love. So everybody's been asking me about this pedal. I finally got it. I believe I was the first person in Canada to get it, by the way, because the boss put up the video. I texted my buddy Brandon at Long and McQuaid in Vaudreuil, Quebec right away. I was like, dude, you got to get me this pedal. 3 days later, it appeared. I was like, damn, okay. So got this pedal, opened it up, seeing all kinds of videos online. Everybody's raving about it. My buddy Alex, Rockin' Chippy on Instagram, he did a bunch of tone videos. Pete Thorne, he's got his video. A couple of different guys on YouTube. Before you get this pedal, I just want to tell you, it's not what you think it is, okay? You're not going to get that Eddie Van Halen foreign lawful carnal knowledge, balance, wide Godzilla tone with this thing. It's a delay pedal. Like, it's literally just two delay pedals in one. It's two SDE 3000 units in one. Now, talking about Eddie Van Halen's tone, if you listen on OU 812, he had that stereo spread. It started on 5150, you know, that kind of thing. But when he got to foreign lawful carnal knowledge, he was running the wet, dry, wet rig. And wet, dry, wet means you got a dry guitar tone cabinet in the center, and then you got stereo effects running on left and right. Now, you can run whatever you want in those cabinets. But what Ed did was that he took an Eventide H3000 harmonizer and using the micro pitch setting, and on each side, he had two different tunings. So the left speaker was down 9 cents, the center speaker was dry, and then the speaker on the right was up 9 cents. So you literally had three cabinets that were out of tune with each other, and that's what gave you that big, lush chorus, monster, Godzilla, crazy tone. Incorporate the delay into that, and then you had this incredible, you had this decay, you had this depth, you had this distance. Ed never really used reverb on his guitar tone. It was always delay, and he used the delays to basically generate or recreate a reverb-like tone just to add some length to the sound. And that's what this delay pedal does. It's not going to give you that micro pitch tone. If you want that lush, wide, foreign lawful carnal knowledge balance sound, you need to get the micro pitch pedal from Eventide or get an H3000 with the micro pitch. If you saw my video on the PS6, it's that kind of thing. You know, one side is detuned from the other side. So that's where you're going to get that wide chorusy sound. Now, within this pedal, there is some modulation features incorporated into the actual hardware. You could play around with it and try and get something going. You probably get some chorusy kind of sounds, you know, playing with the delay times and whatnot. But if you want the simple, easiest way to get that Eddie Van Halen kind of tone that I know you're looking for and I get asked about all the time, this pedal is halfway there. So I'm going to show you some video now of my guitar rig. We're going to start with the all-new EVH 5153 Stealth 100-watt head. I'm going out of that. And you can see my entire rig. I mean, you've got the entire rack. Everything's happening there. I got the 3-speaker. I got 6 412s. It's ridiculously loud in my basement. My grandmother hates it. She told me, she's like, can you get a guitar that plays real rock and roll, not this scratchy sound? I nearly died when she said that. So anyways, this is my Wolfgang. I'm playing a Wolfgang Special Stealth. I upgraded it with some Ernie Ball Music Man DiMarzio Axis pickups. It's the same ones in Ed's Ernie Ball Music Man signature guitar. Upgraded with some F.U.C.K Tone titanium screws, saddle blocks, the intonation screws, locking nut screws. This guitar is fantastic. If anybody tries to tell you that the Wolfgang Stealths made in Mexico are crap, they're lying to you. Because if you get them set up properly, do the right work to it, you've got an incredible playing guitar. It's fantastic. It's my favorite guitar right now, aside from my PC1. Anyways, let's go from the guitar. So we go into the front of the amp, and then out of the amp, we come out the back. I'm running the 5153 100-watt head into the same exact thing Ed used, a Palmer speaker simulator. Now, from the Palmer speaker simulator, you're going to go into the Palmer, and then you're going to take the through out of the Palmer, and that's going to go into your center cabinet. That's going to go dry into the middle. That's just pure guitar, amp, speaker, done. Okay? Now you're going to take the line out of the Palmer, the 1/4 inch out, and from there you're going to go into exactly what Ed did, into a Lexicon PCM70. Okay. Now, this was the secret to how Ed got his stereo sound. Everybody's wondering, well, how do I get my mono amp to sound stereo? Well, this is where he did it. He took the Palmer signal, went into the PCM70, into the mono in, and then there's a stereo out on the PCM70. So then from the PCM70, you go stereo into the delay. Okay? You got this? You following me? So now from the delay pedal, you're going to go into the harmonizer, stereo, left and right. And then from the harmonizer, you're going to go into a power amp. So that's literally what I'm doing here. You can see my Randall power amps, the same exact ones that Phil Collin and Def Leppard used back in the day. Actually, this one I got from my buddy Victor. Victor actually has the Randall amp that Phil Collin and Def Leppard used on his stereo and the Adrenalize tours. He won't let me have it. I don't know why. But anyways, I got this one from him. It's the same exact thing. So that's what you're doing. You're running your dry cabinet dry with just guitar and amp, and then on the left and right, you've got your effects. So hence, wet, dry, wet. Now, this sounds a little confusing, and this is why I don't understand why they did this pedal. I mean, let's be honest here. The people that are going to buy this pedal are the people that are EVH fanatics and are going to absolutely buy this just to have it in their collection. Is it necessarily usable to the average consumer? Yeah, probably. But in reality, you see how I'm using it, right? It's a bit ridiculous. And I've got all the gear to go along with it. Now, if you're a bedroom guitar player, you don't got 3, 4, 12 sitting there. You're going to have to figure out a way to do this. And there's tons of different videos out there. I mean, Pete Thorne did a great video explaining on like exactly how to set this pedal up and everything. But I'm just showing you how I do it and the same way Ed did it. Amp, Palmer, PCM70, delays, harmonizer, power amp, done. I sound like Gordon Ramsay. But that's literally how you do it. So, do you want to hear how this pedal sounds? I could have mic'd it up with 3 mics, run into a mixer, and mixing everything all night. But, you know, all these guitar players on YouTube, they got professional sounding demos. They don't actually play you how it sounds in the room. So I just took my iPhone. This is me just noodling around. I haven't played guitar in a minute because I've just been too busy with my other stuff and recording. But, like, you know, I haven't played some Van Halen. Actually, my fingers were terrible. But this is what it sounded like in the room, recorded on my iPhone. Here's the new Boss EVH SDE 3000. Check it out.
An all-new episode of The Jeremy White Show.
Available wherever you stream.
Catch up on past interviews and episodes on demand now.
Subscribe so you don't miss any of it.